welcome to another Round Rock Honda YouTube channel. I'm sitting inside a 2022 Honda Civic Sedan. It's the new Sport model for the 2022 sedan, and I've brought with me my handy little PDF chart, courtesy of Honda. Just introducing a few new colors. We've got the Meteorite Grey Metallic and a Morning Mist Metallic being added to the greys of Sonic Grey Pearl and Lunar Silver Metallic. The Aegean Blue, Crystal Black, Platinum White, Rally Red are still there. I'll bring that to you there. It's probably not going to show it extremely well on camera, but I'll do my very best for you. And then we also have a few fabric swatches as well. The LX and EX, we've got some light color and a darker color, but it's interwoven. It's kind of nice. Hopefully you can see that there and there for the LX and EX cloth. The Sport has this nice tight black weave with a very nice grey pipe stripe down the center that you'll see. And then we've got on the Touring, we've got the grey and black leather perforated on the models. So a couple of new colors for the 2022 Civic. And right, let's go through the little walk around on this particular Sport model. You might have seen the Touring model video that we've done. Sport has been dressed up, I feel, for the new 2022. Starting over on the doors, we've got the nice new big door pulls, which are fantastic. It's kind of like a big beastie. Feels very, very solid. Real nice to grab a hold of. And then they've moved up the trunk release button into the center of the door, which is superb. Over on the left-hand side of the dash, we've got this beautiful honeycomb. I've only seen one comment of a person saying that they don't like it, so fair enough. You don't like it, you don't like it, but everybody else seems to be loving it. It's the new human-centered design kind of process on the vehicle with Honda. The vent itself is behind here, where you can move left, right, up and down, and as you pass the center, you get this little click, and you can move it diagonal into the corners. It's really nice, and it's got a firm seating position once you've set it there. Obviously you can turn them on and off, and these are actually, there's a little rubber kind of touch point on the top and the bottom of the dial there. Again, your finger isn't going to slip off. Turning the vehicle on into accessory mode, the engine start light glows. The digital dashboard on the left hand side now, a little bit like the Accord, and we've got the analog physical gauge illumination on the right. Really nice. It's very customizable as well. And we go to the home button here. You'll see it pops up with the seatbelt reminder telling me to attach my belt. If I did, it would go green. But I can actually go through this and toggle through, pressing the jog wheel. I can actually customize how I see. It's really nice. It's very similar to the Accord in many ways, and very similar process. In the Sport, you do get the fuel gauge right in the center of the display, and that's real nice. Automatic high beam, LED lights, all standard. You don't get fog lights on the outside of the car. There's kind of like a faux panel, but still, it looks nice. At least it's got the kind of look for it. But those LED lights, both your main beam and high beam, are all LED in that kind of tri-cluster. And then you've got the LED daytime running lights as well. Moving over from the center of the dash here, we've got a Honda Sensing little suite of safety with a green shield replicated on the center of the display. When that's all solid green, everything's doing what it should be doing. That's your road departure mitigation, etc. Traction control down the bottom. Paddle shifters standard, and they feel good as well. Even the switches, everything feels nice. I love it. And then in the center here, we do have a leather wrap steering wheel on the Sport. It's a little thinner. On purpose, Honda have designed it to be a little slimmer wheel, a little tighter, and it feels good. Having driven the vehicle, if you haven't had a drive in one yet and you'd like to, jump on and have a look at my demo drive of the Touring model that we did. It is telescopic, super easy to bring in, out, up and down. Very nice. And then the seat is manually adjustable. Unlike the 16 to 21s where the lever was really hard to move, it's actually got a better grip underneath where you pull up, and it's actually they seem to have changed the mechanism. I'm sure they have. Obviously you can travel backwards and forwards, and you can adjust the rake. Real nice, real simple, but really comfortable and very nice. I like it. Half piped leather cloth fabric seating. Again, feels good. Bolstering on the sides of my ribs feels superb. Moving over to the center, we've got our AC system. So we can run it in the automatic mode, so it'll adapt what fan speed is required, or we can turn up or down manually. We can also adjust the airflow mode here on the right hand side. And again, if we leave it in automatic mode, both of these functions are automatically controlled. It even decides when it needs to have fresh air and recirculated air. So that's the AC system. Emergency flashes up here again, 2 more out vents for our AC system, and then one further one over on the right hand side here. We do have a 12-volt power outlet down here. We've also got a USB and a nice rubberized, quite deep pocket here. I had the key put in there, but it's a little anti-slip, nice rubber pocket, nice cup holders, and then they've got this anti-fingerprint marking, kind of faux carbon feel look to the vehicle in the center. It actually works really well. I don't seem to leave fingerprints on it, so it seems to work. Park, reverse, neutral and drive. We've dropped the S and L modes in the vehicle, it seems, but we've gone to a drive mode select here. So we've got sport, normal and econ. So we used to have an econ button. We've got the auto stop start, electronic park brake, put your foot on the brake and push down to release, and the brake hold button as well, which holds the vehicle when you're in drive with your seatbelt connected and you've brought the vehicle to a complete stop. You won't let your car roll forwards or backwards until you press the gas. Armrest. Central armrest is fantastic. I love it. It's so much nicer. It's fat and wide. It's like the Accord, and it's extremely well padded. And then inside you've got quite a deep, uncluttered space, and then you've got a removable little tray. There's nothing in here other than it is a well that's deep, and you can literally store a ton of stuff in there. It has a little anti-slip base to it, but you've got this little tray that can sit up front, locks in, or sits out back and locks in. No rear AC on the Civic still. AC system in the car is designed obviously to cool the car adequately, and it seems to do that, and I'm sure that this AC system seems slightly tuned. It seems better than the old outgoing one. It certainly seems less noisy. Put another way, it seems to be quieter and more efficient. So whatever they've done in the 22 redesign seems to have worked. On the vehicles now, you've got rear airbags in the backs of the seats on the second row. We've got knee airbags as well. So I believe there's 12, if I calculate correctly, places of inflation. They've also gone with like a kind of ring design to stop head movement in the front airbags if ever they deploy. It's kind of like a donut ring, I think, is the theory behind it all, that you kind of sink into it and you're surrounded by a ring to stop your head from laterally moving in an impact. If those do unfortunately go off. We've got LED interior lights as well now, standard, both on the dome light, the center dome light, and the little map lights. Bluetooth is still there. And then here's the pièce de résistance. You've got physical buttons back on a touchscreen. Now you've got physical buttons and then a touchscreen, so it's kind of a combo of both. We can go into radio, we can manually tune here, and we can physically push and search to the next channel. We can hold and press and then store that channel. I sadly can't play you any audio because of copyright licensing, but stereo is fine. It's not the premium stereo that's in the touring model, the new Bose system that's in there with center point, but it's nice, it's pleasant, and you've still got Bluetooth, you've still got USB options to stream from your thumb drive, and then you can of course connect your smartphone via USB for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your menu system allows you to select and customize, so we can do clock settings or Bluetooth settings. We just tap and press, and obviously we can fiddle around there if we want to. Backup button takes us back, backup buttons takes us back. Phone, a little bit like the Honda Accord. You've got now recent favorites, contacts and keypad settings, obviously when the phone is paired, and we can take it back to radio and you can just turn the volume off. Volume adjustments, of course, up here on the steering wheel as well. Backup camera is still standard. If I put it into reverse, automatically, interestingly, the headlights come on. The auto button is the default button. I can try and turn them off when I'm in reverse, but it's not allowing me to do that. So I like that little feature. And we've got the wide angle, standard angle, and we have a drop down angle. Little dotted line and the square, the box being if you're parallel parking, enough space for the vehicle behind you to maneuver and get out, and likewise you to maneuver and get out as well. And the little dotted line always seems to be enough space for you to just kind of get around the back and open up the tailgate without grazing anything. So backup camera, very effective, all standard, like it a lot. It's just doing what it does. And helping us keep safe and the vehicle out of harm and people out of harm's way as well. But a really solid, super nice vehicle to sit in. I think they have, Honda have done a superb redesign job. Like it a lot. If you want me to do a video on anything in particular, please let me know. Loads of space in this, it feels good, lots of leg room. Obviously on the Sport you've got those nice wheels, you've got the aluminum brake pedals. They've done away with the HDMI center exhaust, they've gone with a standard exhaust. Still running a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, non-turbo, and you do get proximity entry on this, on the Sport. You do get remote start, also standard on the Sport. And you've got this new key design as well, which now just slots and pulls out. Instead of the fiddly little plastic bit on the back of the old keys, it's now a little button on the side, and then it pulls out on the other side. So you have to physically push that and then physically pull. It doesn't eject it, which is kind of a good thing, because if you were to keep knocking it, keep dropping out. So physically pull and release. But yeah, nice little key redesign. Does the job as well. But yeah, on the Sport, proximity entry, keyless, and remote start standard. So there's your little quick and hopefully detailed walk around for you on the Sport. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like the exterior pictures that you've been enjoying without my narration, looking at the front, the back, the side, inside, outside. But if there's anything else I can help you with answer, just let me know. I'm here to help. Again, thanks for watching our YouTube channel video today. If you care to subscribe, it's great. It helps me know what I'm meant to be doing for you. You can always comment and say, hey, make a video on this, and I'll happily jump on it if I can. Thanks again. Take care.